Speaking of his voice, let's just get into his songs.
Let's do it.
So this top 10 was also pretty tough to write because we had 7 that were the same, I believe, on this week.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like getting to his top 15 or so, I got stuck again because he has 2 albums and 2 EPs.
Yeah, because the first one, I believe, is an EP.
The first one, I think it's called The First One.
Yeah, the first one, also known as The First One.
Yeah, that's an EP.
And then the latest one, Blink If You Miss It's an EP. And then I thought he had the 2 albums,
I think he has 2 albums
in between, because there's Bad Reputation and the other one.
The one that has the other songs.
Yeah, what the fuck's it called?
Words. It is called...
The songs on an album in an order. In an order that would surprise you.
Night Comes Falling.
Yeah, that's
what it's called. Yeah, so he has 2 EPs and 2 albums. But anyway, number 10 is, once I pull it up, it is Dancing All Around It.
There she goes, looking her best, spinning out on the floor in a low-cut dress. He's holding her close, there's no doubt about it. She ain't over me yet. She's dancing all around it.
This song is just a fantastic song about a guy who doesn't really know his status with his girlfriend anymore, and so he's just like, she's not answering my calls. Let me see if I can hit her up.
They're done, and I love the whole.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they're done, and I love.
But in his mind, he doesn't know if he can win her back.
Yeah, and I love the all of the words that he's saying are she's clearly moving on and just living life, but the way that he's framing it and talking about his perspective, he's like, oh no, she's totally not over me. See, she's doing this, but then he describes a thing that's she's trying she's trying to get over you.
He's like,
and just getting out there on the dance floor and dancing with this guy and holding him close.
He goes what if she's just waiting for the song to be over? And then he goes, but he put her head on his shoulder.
Now the song's over and they're still dancing. Oh, now they're holding closely. And so it's one of those where he's kind of trying to make it work in his brain to be it's not totally over, but it's clearly is. Mm-hmm. And I that kind of bit of denial draped over it, I feel like it's a really interesting.
That's what's working right now.
Yeah, a really interesting take on it, because it's not just I'm a sad sack. Yeah, it's I'm not a sad sack. It's just oh shit, but also maybe, but then oh shit.
Yeah, and he goes, it might not be over, or it might still be going, or it might not be over, but she's dancing all around it. She's pretty much beating around the bush, but she's not actually beating around the bush with it.
But I also look at that line as dancing all around it, being clearly just fucking in your face, dancing all around it.
Yeah.
But it's also she hasn't totally made it over yet.
But yeah, the whole start of it is he's looking at his phone, I'm going to call her. Maybe she's at home thinking about me. And then it just goes, nope. And then I look at her across the bar. She's in that low cut dress. And she's having a good time. He can just, I think he has a line of she's clearly over me type thing. And yeah, it's fantastic. Number 9 is Damn Good Goodbye.
So we drank a case of Shiner and all my daddy's Maker's Mark. Pulled them speakers on the back porch, sat around and smoked cigars. Sang along, we laughed till dawn and watched that red sunrise. That was a damn good goodbye.
This song is just one of those fantastic ones of kind of...
It's Laughed Until We Cried by Jason Aldean.
Yeah, that, and kind of, I was also thinking Brantley Gilbert one, The Hell of an Amen.
Yep.
That kind of thing, where it's just it's a way to go out.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for these kind of goodbye type songs where it's not goodbye of a heartbreak the entire time, but it's just high school friends who are moving on to different areas, or just any number of things, just it's a sad situation, but a sad situation that creates such a great memory. And I love songs about that, because they're so relatable for everybody. And like, if you haven't gone through this situation, who do you talk to? And have you never left your hometown, and were you homeschooled? Because it doesn't make any sense. And so like I love these type of songs. And so like you said, it's all about, you know, he talks about like his friends from high school, and they're all going to different colleges, and so they have this moment where they're all together, this one last night out, and it's
his
just
parents
like,
are out of town, so he has them over, and they just start getting drunk
and then they just like share stories, and it's just like, it was a damn good goodbye, because goodbye sucks, but it was just a great time, and I love songs.
It was a good way to go out. And the one that I love is the second verse where he talks about the girl, and because that one, you lean the bucket seats back, you couldn't at least just lie and say it was a bench seat truck. Like, it was bucket seats, really. And then the line, I always hate this stupid line, we made love all night long. It's just like, no,
all night,
no, you
the entire day,
it was 10 minutes, and you
12 hours.
And that, but I do love the line in that verse of high school love can't survive a 7-hour drive. And so it's just one of those, they know their relationship won't survive college, so
exactly,
they're just going out with a bang, literally. And
I don't get it.
But yeah, the made love all night long lines are always stupid to me, but
the message is great, though.
Yeah. Number 8 is When I Drink Beer.
By that 5th one, I'm holding my phone, looking through pictures of me and you. Then I sit there, stare at your number, thinking I shouldn't, but I always do. Ooh, you don't always answer. Ooh, it's better if you don't. 'Cause ooh, I can just keep drinking, crawl in a cab and head back home. But when you answer,
this is just one of those awesome, like, a guy not over his girlfriend thing, and it's just like, when I drink beer, it just gets worse. Like, I'll have one, and I'll have a couple more, and then next thing I know, I'm looking at my phone. Next thing I know, I'm drunk enough that I'm calling you. I'm going over, and then it's just like, every verse starts when I drink beer, and it's just going through this story of how he's just not ending it with his ex. They're still hooking up and stuff. And then he goes, and that terrible feeling of waking up and you're always gone. And then I have that feeling of being alone again. And then so it ends with, I don't drink beer anymore. I just have a Coke, because if I drink beer, that's going to happen again.
I do love the story and the message behind the song. I just hate that he chose When I Drink Beer, because I drink beer a lot, and I never have this problem. Never once.
Because you don't talk to women, Kevin.
I would be like, if he was just be like, if that's why I don't drink like absinthe, then I'd be like, okay, that's respect.
Whiskey would be more.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like if you're saying whiskey, you get fucking really turned. Like, drink beer, really? Come on. You can have 4 beers and not be on your ass.
That's what you think. Number 7, Bad Reputation.
well, this is when I should be sneaking out, making my getaway, but lying here looking at her now, I just want to stay. I never saw it coming, I thought it'd be nothing, but it's nothing like I've ever had. What the hell am I doing if I don't leave soon? I'm gonna ruin my bad reputation.
I love this song, mostly, well, not mostly, but partially because the guitar riff is just so catchy. It just jams, and it's really cool. And I just love that it's you know, this kind of a love song where he's just like, he has this one night stand, but then he's like in bed and she's asleep, and he's like, I need to get out of here so that I can, you know, like a one night stand, just get the fuck out of here and never see her again. But then he's like, I don't want to do that because I'm actually nervous if I leave, I won't ever see her again. And this moment,
and this
really
like
this experience that we've had, and I actually really care about this person. And I just love the use of the line where he's just like, if I don't if I don't leave here soon, I'm going to ruin my bad reputation. Where he's like, he's got a reputation for, running around town with different women, but this is a situation where he's just like, I don't want to do that anymore. So it's a bit of a growing up song. It's a bit of a love song, and it's a jam song, and I just really do love it because of that. He's what started as maybe a one night stand. He's just like, I actually really care about this person, and the tables are turned. Instead of him slipping out in the middle of the night and never seeing them again, and then the person being upset, he's like, if I never saw her again, I'd be crushed.
Yeah, and I love the lyric with this song of there are girls all over town I don't want to run to. All the rumors are spreading around, and most of them are true.
Yep.
Like, it's just this thing of, he knows he's just that jagbag, but he doesn't. He wants to keep that reputation up, but at the same time, he does not want to get
and so he's found this girl that, in the end, he stays, and the sun comes up, and he's willing to sacrifice this reputation that he's worked so hard for this one person.
What a reputation.
What an honorable person.
Yeah.
But I do love that song. And the guitar is so catchy.
Yeah,
it's
another one where he just belts in that song. Number 6, The Rewrite.
This is a new song, a screw you song. You can go to hell, take your new boyfriend to song. But it's a loud song, a honky-tonk crowd song. It's a you don't like when I drink, so I'm getting cloud song. Sing along, raise your glass and help me tell her she can kiss my ass song.
So this is the one we were mentioning before about it's just a fuck yourself ex-girlfriend song, and
beautiful.
I just love where he talks about he like, I wrote you this beautiful love song that was like faithfully meets this other like love song, and it's like the greatest love song ever, but you didn't get to hear it because you left, so instead here's a screw you song. And
my favorite line in the entire song is the "you don't like when I drink, so I'm getting plowed" song. It's just like, fuck yeah, like, let's go.
Yeah, it's just a phenomenal. I just also love where it's like later on, she's like, and if you show up at my house, I'm not gonna let you in. All right, I will.
Okay. Well, I'm only a man.
But this song actually was written for, I think we talked about it before on the podcast, and I know I read it. I couldn't find it again before we started recording, but I know I read about it. He wrote the song for Brad Paisley. And
Barred Parsley.
Brad Paisley was gonna record it. He ultimately passed on it, so Mike Ryan just was like, all right, I'll do it. And Brad Paisley actually plays the guitar on this song. And so it's pretty cool that Brad Paisley has his way on it. Because Mike Ryan also wrote what's the Brad Paisley song? The Last Time for Everything. He wrote that song with him.
I saw Mike Ryan did a video on Facebook doing that song the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. I saw him do Rose in Paradise, and it made me sad because I've been playing that song, and
song.
I don't play it as well as him.
No one does.
But yeah, so this song is So this one we had a lot of. We were laughing our asses off at the concert because the first time he says you don't like when I drink, so I'm getting plowed song, we were fucking dying.
Oh, it was amazing!
Such a funny
and for all of you out there who love live music, you know that feeling when you're seeing a person live and they're telling you that they're going to play a new song and they're playing it, and you're just like, fuck yeah, I love this song. I cannot wait for it to be released.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a perfect example.
Like, I don't even think he confirmed that it was going to be on the album. He was
I don't think he did.
He was like, "Here's a new song," and when he announced his new album, I was like, we were both like, "I hope the rewrite
it
is
better
on
be
it
on
because
there."
It's so funny."
Yeah.
And then it was, and we were very happy. But yeah, so next one is not a super happy "Screw Yourself" ex-girlfriend song. It is number 5, "Sad Song."
Here you are standing, and tears at my door. I don't know what to tell you. I've heard this one before. You're a sad song, a sad song. You're a sad song waiting to happen. Stumbled around like a fool.
Which is a very happy song, despite the title.
Yeah. It's just kind of one of those, you don't want to, you can just already see this relationship crumpling, and it's just like, you're a sad song in the making, like, it's not going to go well.
Yeah, referring to the other person as a sad song waiting to happen, just like, I see where it's going, I'm gonna be destroyed, and I'm gonna have to write a sad song to get over you, and so it's just, I see where it's going, and he sings just so well.
Yeah, as you just heard in the clip that I will inevitably put in there.
What?
Yeah, it's, I just love, and I love this one because it's one of those piano ballads where there's not much else added to it. I don't even know if there's other instruments in it probably, but I just love those piano ballad sad songs that are just absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, it's just, I mean, the gist of the song is in the title of it, but it's, amazing. Number 4, Wasting No More Whiskey.
They made it up in Lynchburg. It started crystal clear until they kept it in a barrel for almost 7 years. They poured it in a bottle, packed it in a truck, set it on a shelf until I gave him $30. This had quite a journey from the hills in Tennessee across the Mississippi. Now it's sitting here with me. I sure love to drink it, but that's something I won't do. 'Cause I ain't wasting no more whiskey on you.
This is actually probably my favorite. It's hard to choose a favorite because he's got a lot of good ones, but I think this is one might be the one I listen to the most. And it's just this thing about, like, you know how there's all those country songs about drinking someone off your mind, but it ends up keeping them on your mind. And it's just like, if I'm not gonna waste this whiskey because of the effort they went to make it and put it on the shelf for me to buy. I'm not gonna waste it on thinking about you. I'm not gonna waste it on drinking you off my mind.
He's gotten to that point in the getting over her where he's just like, no, you're not worth the time for me, and you're not worth the effort and time that they did to put into making it. So no.
Yeah, this is their craft, and I'm not going to waste it on drinking away an X. And so it's just like, I could put in a flask, sneak it into a college football game. I can drink with my dad, drink with my buddies, toast the good old days, and it's just all this stuff. And he goes, but I'm not wasting it on you. And so I love this song. It's just so catchy. It's just an I'm over you song. And if you ever need a good feel-good song, that's it. Number 3, But Why?
I could just call you out, say I know all about him, where you are tonight. But why, when I just end up all alone, when I know you're still coming home? Tell you goodbye, but why? 'Cause you ain't gone yet.
But why, Kevin?
But why?
But why? But why? But why? Number 2. No.
No, I love this song because it's a really interesting situation where he's talking about, he's with this girl who's like obviously like doesn't care about him and is like cheating on him. And he's like, he knows that it's a bad situation, and he knows that he needs to do something about it. But he knows that if he does end the relationship, he's just going to be like destroyed.
Yeah.
And so he's just like, but why? Like, why would I do it? Why would I ruin everything despite him acknowledging the fact that it's kind of a shit situation? Like, why would I put myself through all of this pain and the heartache and all of the sadness that's going to arise from this when I can just like kind of ignore what's going on and have the bit of like she's still gonna come home tonight thing, and just kind of like there's this little chunk of a relationship that's left, and he's like, if he just clings to that, like maybe it'll be kind of okay.
Yeah.
But it's just like obviously depressing the whole time, which means it's great.
Sad songs are stupid. Number 2, Putting Off Telling Me Goodbye.
Putting on the short dress, showing off her long legs, putting on them heels stiletto high, looking in the mirror in our bedroom, putting on a lipstick and a perfume, putting off telling me goodbye. She never says she loves me.
This was actually the first song I ever heard by him. I got it on my Discover a couple years ago. I don't even remember how long ago. And for a long time, it was the only song I knew by him because I didn't... Or I think maybe I heard Bad Reputation too. But this was the one that I listened to the most, and I just loved it because it's just one of those, like... She's going out with friends, but she's dressing really nice. And
Yeah.
she doesn't dress like that for me.
She doesn't put that dress on for me.
And
Oh,
it's-
she's got the high heels on. Oh, wait.
Yeah, and so it's showing off them long legs and everything, and it's just like she's going out obviously to flirt with people or maybe even on a date or whatever, and she can't bring up that it's over with me because that would just waste time, and she has like plans and she doesn't want to.
Yeah.
So she's putting off the telling me goodbye thing.
Yeah, like he knows that it's coming, and she's clearly thinking about other things, but it's not over yet.
Yeah, and it's not over yet because she doesn't want to have to delay plans to fight with him and argue and all this. So yeah, I do love this song. It was the first one I listened to by him, and I was obsessed with it for quite a while. But anything else to add to that one, Kevin?
It has music.
What? We're doing a music podcast?
Shocking, I know.
Shit, I thought this was slam poetry.
Anything can be slam poetry if you say it like this.
Beautiful.
Steps.
What movie was it from where they did the rubbing fingers because clapping was too violent? Was it?
Well, there's in Futurama where they go to Pluto and they're going to save the penguins, and the guy says, "Oh no, there's so many microorganisms on your hands if you clap or whatever. So just give us a eco-friendly thumbs up."
Was it Wanderlust where they do the
That's
fingers?
that's what it is.
But yeah, that's anyway. What are we doing?
One.
Oh, number 1.
There's only one left.
I forgot if we were still talking about putting up.
God damn it!
I am really tired. Number 1, New Hometown.
I gotta get a new hometown, one that doesn't bring me down, somewhere where I won't see you every time I turn around. I used to think I'd never leave, but that was when you still loved me, but you broke my heart and drug it around my stomping grounds, so now I need a new hometown.
I didn't realize how much this song applied to me moving out here until like I don't know how many, a couple listens in, I was just like, wait, this is pretty much exactly what I did, kind of like after. So anyone who's listened for a while knew that I was. Me and Kevin used
Never
to,
brought it up.
Me and Kevin used. Well, I'm just talking about the living. We used to do this podcast over Skype, where we would just record
That's
on
right,
our
folks.
own computers.
Internets and everything.
Yeah, we would just talk over Skype, record it. He would send me his recording, and I'd just splice them together, and that's how the podcast was made. But that was when I was living with an ex, and so once that kind of broke, I moved back home, and I was like, I don't want to live at home anymore, so I found a job out here and moved out here, and it kind of has that meaning with the song of, he was like, I'm thinking about Boston. I like the band. The weather's not hot. Then there's Colorado. Got the mountains and the legalized pot, and just all these different like things of like, where could I go? Because there's all different things, and I just need a new hometown because this girl's memory is just all over this town.
Girl's memory's here, and everybody knows us and knows that we were together, and he can't get away from people like asking him about it or seeing her friends or any number of things. And so he's just like, I just got to get a new hometown because I got to like this place is just a fucking bummer now. And I'd love it because I also love Eric Church's Give Me Back My Hometown. I do love that kind of deal. Yeah. I do not have this situation applicable to me because I just got a new hometown and she had to get the fuck out. So I'm good, but I certainly can understand and respect the position, and I think it's just a really well done song.
I do love the like the wussiness of it though, where it's just like, my grandpa survived the Great Depression, he opened up a hardware store after it and all this, but this girl broke my heart, so I have to leave.
Yeah, no. Later, peace. This is harder. Fuck you, grandpa.
Yeah, the grandpa went through all that shit and survived it, and he's just like, yeah, but this girl hurt me, so I have to go.
I are sad.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get it.
Yeah, but granted, I don't want to also make myself seem like a wuss. It wasn't just because of her. I didn't have any friends back then.
That was it. I are sad. I must go now.
Yeah. Nah, because I have all my friends got married or were on a woman's leash, so I never saw anyone. So I was at home all the time. So I just needed to get out and get where friends were. So that's why I'm also moved, not just because of a woman.
And the cost of living is great.
Yeah, that's very true. So if you noticed, all of the songs were from his last two albums, their EP and album. Other songs I had was like "Turn Around" from his first EP and "Only All the Time" from his other CD.
Yeah, and I love the song "Slow Hand." It's a banging song.
Yeah, and then Kevin also had like "Girls I Date" and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, I mean, I certainly do enjoy. I mean, he's got great music. He really does. It's just when I'm being honest with myself as I put the list together.
Yeah,
I really listened to these songs, like the 10 that I put on my list. I was like, I definitely listened to these ones more than I listened to anything else.
Yeah, so we don't want to make it seem like, oh, we forgot he had other music.
He doesn't.
It's just those two are so much better.
Yeah, I because like I know that you.
It just gets better and better.
Yeah, because you love. I mean, I love Blink. You Miss It too, but that was your like album of the year. I think Bad Reputation's his best album, and so like between our list being combined and those thoughts, like it just worked out that way.
Yeah, it was But so if you haven't heard Mike Ryan before, listen to him. Like I know he's one of the not to I don't want to make it sound like we're degrading him or anything, but he's one of the smaller artists we've done so far. I don't know anyone out here who knows who he is. Even some people have heard of Turnpike.
Well, that's the thing. But to be fair, I know a lot of people who have not heard of Turnpike.
Well, I know. I'm saying, but like in terms of size of people coming from, like Randy Rogers Band, Wade Bowen, those kind of artists people have heard of. Whereas Mike Ryan's kind of a more unknown to up here rather than down there. But yeah, so check out Mike Ryan.
I just assume everybody up here has never heard of anyone.
Yeah, I know. It's more true than not.
Yeah.
Culture Wall's great.
Oh, so good.
But anyway, so that's all I have about Mike Ryan. Is that all you got?
He's got a great beard.
Oh, he does have a great beard, yeah. He looks kind of like a bro. But he's
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we're a little far out of college for me to care about bros anymore.